Hello students. Today we will take First Flight Chapter 5 The 100 Dresses Part 1 by El Basor Esther. Now something about the author. Eleanor Esther was an American children's author and originally a librarian. Esther's writing career began following a case of tuberculosis. Bedridden while recovering, Esther began writing down some of her childhood memories, which later turned into full length children's books. Three of her books were Newbery Honor winners, and one was awarded the Lewis Carroll Shelf Award. The Hundred Dresses is a story based on the true experiences of the author about a girl who is teased by her classmates because she is different. So, here the story talks about discrimination and judgmental attitude of the people. Now we are going to see how a school girl was teased by her classmates because of her unique name and the way that she used to dress up. So, when the story begins, it was Monday. Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat. Nobody, including Peggy and Madeline, saw her absence, who started all the fun. Wanda used to sit in the next to the last seat in the last row. It was in room number 13. She sat in the corner of the room. So, the reason behind her sitting there in that corner was because her feet were covered with mud and were very dirty. So, in order to avoid being laughed at by her classmates, she sat there to hide her dirty feet. Now, in that corner, rough boys usually sat there. There was the most noise of the feet when some fun occurred. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, she was a very quiet girl. She rarely said anything at all. Nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. She smiled only with a twist in her face. She was a reserved kind of girl. She was the only polished girl in the class. It had a majority of American boys and girls. So, because of the funny polished name and the same faded blue dress that she used to wear every day, the children started making fun of her. The students thought of Wanda only outside the school hours. They waited for her to have fun with her going to or coming from home. Wanda did not come to school on Tuesday also. On Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie thought of Wanda. They sat in the front. They got good marks. Peggy was the most popular in school. She was pretty and had curly hair. Maddie was her closest friend. They wanted to have fun with Wanda, so they got late. Due to this, they saw that Wanda was absent. Most of the children in that room didn't have names like that of Wanda. They had American names like Thomas, Smith, or Ellen. There was a boy named Willie Bounce. Children thought that he was funny, but he was not funny like Wanda Petronsky. Wanda didn't have any friends. She always wore a faded blue loose dress. It was clean, but it looked as if it had never been ironed. Peggy would make fun of Wanda. She would ask her how many dresses she had in her almirah. Wanda would say 100. Then all the girls would stop playing and listen. The girls would ask if they were all of silk or velvet. Wanda would reply in positive. They would further ask Wanda how many pairs of shoes she had. She would say 60 pairs. Then they would all laugh and laugh. It was because they knew that she was telling a lie. Maddie felt bad when they had been bothering Wanda like that. It was because she herself was poor. But she neither lived in Boggins Height nor had a funny name like Wanda. Maddie felt bad when they had been bothering Wanda like that. It was because she herself was poor. But she neither lived in Boggins Height nor had a funny name like Wanda. When Peggy asked Wanda those questions, Maddie would feel bad. She wished Peggy should stop asking such questions to Wanda. She was Peggy's closest friend, so she couldn't say anything to her. That day, both Peggy and Maddie were late to school. Maddie was glad that Wanda was not made fun of. She was working out her arithmetic problems. She lacked courage to ask Peggy stop making fun of Wanda. So she wanted to write Peggy a note about it. Maddie started writing a note to Peggy, but suddenly she felt that if she does that, she may be the new target for Peggy and the other girls. Peggy might ask her about her dress, and she would say that it was one of Peggy's old ones. Her mother had trimmed it so that no one would recognize it. Maddie tore the note into pieces. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the most liked girl in the whole room. She thought Peggy would not do anything that was really wrong. Maddie thought of Wanda then. She hardly said anything to anybody. She only spoke of the 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimming. After that, Maddie started thinking who would win the drawing competition. She thought Peggy would win the girls' medal. She drew better than anyone else in the room. Maddie then thought of Wanda. She was the one who spoke of the 100 dresses. So Maddie remembered her telling about one of her 100 dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings. After that, Maddie started thinking who would win the drawing and color contest. She thought Peggy would win the girls' medal. The next day it was drizzling. Peggy and Maddie did not wait for Wanda. They did not want to be late to school, so they entered the classroom and there they were surprised to see the drawings all over the room. They were in bright colors. The class had assembled and Miss Masson announced the winners. Jack Bagels had won for the boys. He had sketched an outboard motor. The drawing was displayed in room number 12. As for the girls, Wanda was the winner of the girls' medal. But Wanda was absent that day. Miss Masson asked the children to look at Wanda's beautiful drawing. Seeing the drawing, the children clapped their hands in joy. The boys whistled with fingers in their mouths. Maddie whispered to Peggy to look at the blue dress. Wanda had told them about it earlier.